Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our Week 2 LPC Recap. From our first LPC of the session, I'm Justin Lee, Deputy Director with the League of Cities and Towns.
I am Molly Wheeler, also Deputy Director with the Utah League of Cities and Towns.
Now, we know you all go back and watch the entire 90-minute video of LPC, but for the few of you who don't want to, we're going to do our LPC Recap in 3 minutes. Ready, go. So today we had a record attendance at LPC, most people we have ever had. That's what record attendance means. So thankful to everybody that came, thankful for all the feedback we got. Keep participating with us. It helps us get great feedback and everything that we need during the session. So we talked about a lot of things. First off, we need you to update your LPC roster today if necessary, if you do it in the next couple hours, but also end of the week would be great. So we covered a lot of things. First thing I want to talk about is we had Steve Waldrop come to talk about the state housing plan. We got some great feedback from you there, and we're also looking for more feedback. Look for the email that went out today. We're looking for feedback by March 18th, 19th, somewhere around there to get feedback, but look at that email and give us the feedback on the state housing plan. We also talked about some water bills, appreciate all the feedback there. We're going to be meeting with Representative Snyder to look at some tweaks to that, but we're generally in a good place. Also, thanks for all the feedback on the election bills. A couple of bills I want to make sure are on your radar if you have not seen them. HB 291, the mayoral recall elections, that's a bill that we are opposed to, we'll continue to be opposed to. Just want to make sure you look at that. Also, looking at the vote-by-mail elections, if you did not give us any feedback on how vote-by-mail impacts your municipalities, please reach out to us. Let us know the fiscal impacts about vote-by-mail, if that's increased your turnout, and what the confidence in your elections has looked like with vote-by-mail. With that, I'm going to turn the time over to Molly to talk about homelessness.
What a treat. Thanks, Justin. We talked about some broader homelessness policy today, as well as two bills. We as a league voted to maintain the status quo with the Homeless Mitigation Fund, which means we are going to oppose provisions that increase the fund, local contributions to the fund, as well as decrease local contributions to the fund. We also discussed Representative Clancy's bill that came out. We're still exploring that, and we'll report back soon.
So the one big homework piece we have for you, we talked a little bit about the transportation utility fee, and make sure you know the distinction between a tax and a fee. So look in the nightly email. We have a great table there that makes that distinction. But as we're making the arguments about why we want to keep the transportation utility fee, we want to make sure we're making the good argument there and explaining what fees do versus what taxes do, and that we're not conflating the two things. We also talked about updates in the housing space. A lot of things are moving along there. We didn't take a lot of specific positions on the housing bills. As you know, we talk a lot about housing all the time, and so look for updates about that in the few coming weeks. With that, make sure you're reaching out to us on bills. The bill tracker is getting more and more up to date, but there are plenty of bills that we don't have position on yet that are position pending, some bills that we're monitoring. So if there's something you feel like we're missing, something that we could update, please reach out to us and let us know. And with that, keep track of the nightly emails, and then we'll see you next week at LPC.